Are you struggling with this? Well, that's okay. I've got 10 of my best tips for you to grow your stream. You need to stop going live and wasting your time just hoping for the best. You need to start using actual methods and strategy to grow and succeed. I'm also challenging you right now that by the end of the video, I need you to comment down below which tip you're going to take and put into your stream. Use that comment as a promise to yourself and don't break it. You need to do it. I'm also going to throw in a bonus tip. It's one of the best growth tips I've ever heard, so stick around for that. Well, now my camera's too high. Okay, anyway, tip number 1. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Like, you'd be surprised at how many people still do this though. If you have 0 viewers, don't just sit there in silence. Don't just be waiting for people to join. You need to start practicing your skills as a streamer, as an entertainer, by talking through the silence especially. I mean, would you really watch this? I'd even recommend turning off your viewer count altogether for that reason alone. It puts you off and it draws attention away from what you should be doing as a streamer, which is learning to be entertaining and engaging and interacting with the chat and just in general, making it an interactable stream. Doing this also means that even if you have a stream that nobody watches, you've got content then for other platforms. Like, you can cut it and use it for YouTube, for shorts, for TikToks, anything you want, even if no one watched it. And that brings me directly onto tip number 2. So, growing on Twitch on its own is not easy. It's hard. It's probably one of the harder platforms to grow on if that's all you're using. You either need to be recording your streams if your PC can handle it, or you can do VODs in your stream settings. That's my cat. Essentially, VODs means that people can come back later and watch your streams at a later date, and you can use it to use the highlight tool, also built into Twitch, to make clips of your content. And an easy way to record your streams as well is just through Streamlabs or OBS. It normally has a feature built in. Basically, my idea behind this is if you're going live for, let's say, 5-6 hours and not really many people watch, and you don't record it and you don't save the VOD, when you end that stream, it's just gone. It's gone forever. There's no other content. There's no other platform. It's just gone, and you've kind of wasted your time a little bit then. You need to be harnessing clips. Use stuff like CrossClip and different apps that you can do clips directly to TikTok for. Use stuff like the highlight tool and like the VODs and like everything really. And then post these things to TikTok, to YouTube Shorts, to YouTube in general. There's even a streamer app called Hover, I think, that's specifically for stream clips. Doing this helps your stream help you after your stream. Like, you can use that content for other things to get more eyeballs on you, more reach, more people to actually see who you are. It is just far easier to grow on platforms like TikTok with a clip that blows up, or like YouTube when you can title and thumbnail it a little bit differently, and it just ends up growing your stream hand in hand because it promotes it for you. It's definitely something I'd recommend, especially now it's 2023. Happy New Year, by the way, because YouTube Shorts has exploded and TikTok is as big as ever. So like, you might as well harness at least clips if you don't want to do like actual video. Tip number 3, like this video and subscribe, because only like 2% of you are subscribed and it's really hurting my feelings and it will help the algorithm. Nah, I'm kidding. Do that if you want, but tip number 3 is actually a weird sounding tip. Okay, here goes. Stop streaming so much. I see and I know so many people that just grind hours. They stream every day. They stream 6 to 8 hours a day. They stream, you know, even 5-6 times a week, even if it's not all week. They just stream so much. Don't get me wrong, the more you stream is good. The more you like it, the more you want to stream, etc. Like, if it's fine, stream as much as you actually do want to. But if you're specifically looking for growth, you need to focus on more things like consistency, scheduling times that are more consistent for your viewers and more healthy for your lifestyle, harnessing other platforms like we've mentioned before, and just focusing on all of the kind of tips like these in this video to help you grow, rather than just stressing yourself out and grinding out like 7 streams a week every day for multiple hours. It's not healthy. Don't get me wrong, this has kind of worked over the past few years. I think lockdowns especially made it very easy for people to just stream all day and actually have concurrent viewers, because everyone was just at home and nothing to do. It's kind of not really the meta of Twitch anymore, but there's still a lot of people caught in the mindset of like, let me grind out streams, let me stream every day. But yeah, if you want to stream and you want to grow, stream smarter rather than just more often. Okay, tip number 4. Speaking of streaming smarter, you should be using all of the free tools that are built into Twitch, your software, and just third-party ones as well. There's literally thousands of options to make your stream more engaging, more interactable, and more fun overall, and it looks more professional that way too if you're harnessing these things. Things like channel points, super easy to set up. It's free for you, it's free for the viewer. There's really engaging and interactable ways you can make these work for your stream, and it's just more fun as well. You can do silly ones. I literally made a video about 50 ideas for this in 5 minutes if you wanted like a quick burst of inspiration for those. I've also recently made a Discord. It's called the Creative Universe. It's full of streaming tools, ideas, just different content like that's going to help you, loads of tips and tricks. Basically, it's just got everything you need for streaming growth, and I want to try and make it a community of people where we can all help each other and grow together. If you want to be an early joiner, head down there. I'm also really active in there and I'll be able to sort of help you out if you have any other questions as well as the comments, of course. But anyway, another free tool that you should definitely look at is Twitch extensions. So Twitch extensions are built into the platform itself, and essentially it adds loads of interactive stuff to your panel section, overlays for your actual stream that people can click on, like pop-ups and reminders. There's even stuff like closed captions that will help you sort of increase your inclusivity of people that might need those. And there's also fun, stupid stuff like sound alerts and pop-ups and stickers and all these crazy things that people can actually either do for free or pay for that can give you revenue through stuff like Twitch bits. It's really good stuff, it's worth doing. There's even social media integration if you want to sort of cross promote your other platforms. It's definitely worth getting some of these. Maybe don't overflow your channel with them, just use the ones that you think are most engaging and most effective for your stream. Another free tool that I think is worth mentioning is bots. You can set up your own bot, and I don't mean like an intrusive bad kind of bot. I'm talking about things like Nightbot. You may have seen people use before exclamation mark commands in their chat, and that's what it does. You can set up custom ones, you can even make little mini games, stuff like that. It's also really good if people keep asking you the same question and you just want a command to answer it for you, or if you want to put your social media in one place in your chat. But yeah, it's good because it adds a little bit of utility to your chat and it just makes your life a little bit easier if you want to set up some automation, stuff like that. The last tool I recommend here is your stream software. If you're using Streamlabs, OBS, any of those, just get completely 100% familiar with everything you can do with it. I don't think a lot of people realize how many extra features are sort of built in that people don't often use. There's the obvious, like you can have pop-ups for followers and subscribers and do all that, which most people do know. But start learning about scenes. You can add stuff like transition stingers between your BRB screen and your play screen. You can change your audio levels by listening to yourself back before you go live, and you can add noise suppression and all of these built-in audio features. There's basically like a bunch of stuff you can do to improve your stream quality right from your software, so you might as well harness it because that's what you're going to be streaming from probably 100% of the time anyway. But honestly, I think all these free tools are really good for just being engaging for your viewers. It makes people want to stick around and come back because there's more to do in your stream than just watch you and be a viewer and talk to other people. There's engaging tools that you can implement. Okay, tip number 5, similar-ish to the last tip. Basically, just actually customize your stream. And I'm not talking about all the messy stuff. Have a look around on all these sites. There's stuff like Owned, there's Stream Scheme, there's Nerd or Die, even Streamlabs themselves all have packs of overlays and panel art and stuff like that. I'll also put a bunch of those in my Discord as well. A massive list of all the links you can go to get some free assets, just so, you know, if you need that, it's there for you. I would say another little quick tip here is with your webcam especially, always put it on the left in the middle or completely on the right, because otherwise the little scroll screens when you're looking for a stream, your face will be covered by either the bit that says live or the bit that has the amount of time you've been streaming. So it's worth just putting that there just as a quick little interjection. I would also say don't make your art too overbearing or big either, or too flashy and different. Maybe pick 1 or 2 colors for a color scheme. Keep it a bit minimal. Try not to fill up too much your stream with like fluff. It's just not going to look great and it might put people off if they just want to be seeing your gameplay, for example. Essentially, the artwork is good, but don't rely on it too heavily. Try and make it look as natural as possible. Bonus tip time. In my opinion, this is one of the most simple but important tips for growing and pushing beyond 0 viewers. It sounds easy, but trust me, if you've got another device at home, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, a different PC, whatever there is in your house, or if you've got a friend or multiple people willing to, or family members, of course, either open your stream on the other devices, or ask the other people to open them for you. Essentially, you're immediately not going to be on 0 viewers anymore. Even if you have 1 device or 1 person willing to, being on 1 viewer is going to be far more reach than being on 0 viewers in terms of the amount of people that are going to find your stream. If you go to any category on Twitch right now and you want to find the 0 view streams, you've got to go all the way to the bottom of the category. But if you just have like 1 to 3 devices or people willing to open your stream for you, just leaving it on in the background is enough to give you that growth and be more discoverable. It's obviously not a permanent and great solution, like it's not going to be an active chatting viewer that's engaging in your stream, but it just helps you bump up the list a little bit and make you a little bit more findable for the actual people that are going to be viewers for your stream. Tip number 6, for the love of God, please fix your issues before you go live. A big trip up I often see is when people go live, their audio is a problem right at the beginning. The game will be louder than their mic, the music will be drowning them out, there'll be a background buzzing noise from a fan or something, stuff like that. And if you think about how you would feel as a viewer, no one really wants to click on a stream when someone's gone live and then spend 10 minutes watching them on a BRB screen or just trying to figure out what's going on with their audio or some other settings that have messed up. To be fair as well, some things just do go wrong sometimes, so don't put too much pressure on yourself here, but try and sort everything that you feasibly can before you hit that go live button. With your audio, you can literally listen back to yourself in your stream, like I said earlier, use that setting to your advantage, use the audio sliders to make sure you're figuring out everything sounds good, use noise suppression, use all of these features that you possibly can, maybe turn off your your fans and washing machines and stuff in the background, close your windows, just try and mitigate any issues you could run into, because audio is like a big one. Another worthy mention here is like update your drivers, make sure your games are updated, just prepare a little bit, because you know you don't want to run into those issues when you're about to go live. At the end of the day, people are coming to your stream to be entertained and to just talk to you. They don't want to see all these issues, so just try and get rid of them as much as you can. Tip number 7. If you're struggling to grow or just to get viewers in general, pick a niche. If you don't have an existing audience from another platform already, or just on Twitch as it is, you kind of have to not be just playing 50 different games, doing different streams, doing just chatting one day, doing ASMR, then doing Dark Souls. And it's also not great to start out and expect growth if all you're doing is streaming and playing saturated titles like Fortnite or Apex or Minecraft and, you know, all the big games. It's going to be harder for you to grow and be discovered, because naturally if you've got 0, 1, 2, even 3 or 4 viewers on big games like that, you're going to be right at the bottom, and it's going to be really hard for anyone to find that stream. If you're doing it to have fun, then fair enough, you know, play whatever you want, do whatever you want on stream. But if you do want to grow, you need to be a little bit more realistic with yourself and kind of pick a game or a niche depending on what you do, and essentially try and find something that has a kind of middle to low end amount of viewers overall, because then you're more likely to climb that category a lot quicker and be discovered a lot easier, even if you're at the bottom. If you click on a game or a category on Twitch, at the very top it will tell you how many people are watching that. I would say if you've literally just started, or if you're often struggling with 0 to like 2, 3 viewers, pick a game or a category that has maybe less than 1,000 viewers, or somewhere around there. That way it's going to be far easier for people to find you. They're not going to have to scroll as far if you have less viewers. On a big game like Fortnite, that would be a problem, whereas on a smaller game with less than, you know, 1,000 viewers, you might only be like a couple of scrolls down. You don't have to do this forever, of course. You can play the games you want to play, but I would say if you want to grow, especially at first, pick a game, pick a niche, stick to it for a while, and then expand later on. Or if you want to be more balanced, just play your big saturated game maybe a little bit less often. If you do 3 streams a week, do 2 in your niche, 1 on a big game that you want to sort of let off some steam for. Trust me, this sounds like it's a little bit annoying to do, but if you can find a smaller game or a smaller category with a little bit less viewer density, you're going to build your audience much faster. Tip number 8, stop posting your link everywhere. I'm talking about all of these things, okay? Stop posting your link on Twitter every time you go live. Stop posting your link in Discord servers every time you go live. Stop posting your link in other people's chats and YouTube comments and stuff like that. Self-promotion like this carries no effort. It's just spam. No one's really going to want to see it. It's sort of something people just scroll past a lot of the time. You're not hustling by doing this, you're just being annoying. If you have a social presence on other platforms and you want to use that to bring viewers to your stream, that's really good. Do that. But don't spam your link every time you're live, like, hey guys, check me out, hey guys, check me out, hey, I'm live again. Basically harness your socials in smarter ways, mention it a little bit less often, maybe try and build trust with your link, so post it when you've got something special happening on stream, rather than just every single day at 7 PM when you go live. Okay, tip number 9, less of an angry sounding one. This sounds like it could be obvious, but a lot of people don't often realize that they're doing this wrong. I see this being neglected a lot on Twitch, and essentially what I'm going to tell you to do is be creative with your titles. And not only that, but also make sure you're using the correct category or the most effective category when you're going live, as well as tags. I see so many titles on Twitch, and I've done this before, you've probably seen it before, where people just say, chilling on this game, come and hang out with me, chill vibes, playing Minecraft. It doesn't work. It's boring, it's not clickable, it's not intriguing enough to get someone to go, I want to see that stream, I want to chill with that person I've never met on Minecraft. You need to make titles that sound appealing. Do stuff like, if you're playing games, for example, which a lot of people do on stream, if you're playing something like, I don't know, Phasmophobia, make your title more interesting, rather than just being like, chilling on Phasmophobia, or like, hope I don't get scared this time. Try a little bit harder to make it more of an engaging title, like, every time I get a jump scare, I have to do, you know, something. Every time I die in Dark Souls, I fill in the blank. Add some stakes, add some things that make it feel like a challenge or a special stream, and actually it's just something easy that you can implement that's going to make your stream stand out and be like, oh, I want to see this dude, you know, die in Dark Souls and put a t-shirt on every time. Stuff like that is so easy, but it makes the world of difference. Just do anything you can to pull people in and keep them wanting to continue to watch your content. Not only will this gain you viewers, but if you've got stakes in your title, it's going to retain viewers because they're going to want to stay and see that thing happen. And then the other thing is tags and category. Make sure your category is correct. A lot of people are on just chatting when they're playing a game, stuff like that, and vice versa. So just make sure you've done the right category for your game. And also with tags, harness them. If you're playing with viewers on a stream, use the playing with viewers tag. If you're answering questions, use the ask me anything tag. It just makes you a little bit more discoverable based on what you're actually doing, and it won't go as far as the titles, but it's definitely worth spending a little bit of time on, just a minute before you go live. Okay, and the final tip is to grow your confidence. It's really daunting to start streaming or making videos and putting yourself out there like that, but it's important to keep growing and doing what you're doing right now. Watch videos on how to grow, like look at other streamers and see what they're doing and try and match that. Like, I know it sounds cheesy, but literally just record yourself once or twice and watch it back. Maybe watch back your old VODs and see what you could do differently in the future. Even look in a mirror and just sort of practice talking and moving and using hand gestures and stuff like that, like being more of an entertaining, engaging person and just learning that skill set. I would say another good thing here is just review your channel maybe once a month. Look at your old streams, look at like your panels, your artwork, see one thing or two things or however many things you feel that you can do that you could improve, and then improve on them, action it. Try and keep a regular review schedule of like all of your content so you're constantly making it better. At the end of the day, if you want your Twitch channel to grow, you need to grow with it. If it gets hard as well, don't worry, like it's supposed to be hard. You're doing like 20 different jobs in one. You're a producer, you're an entertainer, you're managing a community, you're probably managing several social media accounts. You might even be making content and editing. Like, it's a lot, it's a big umbrella, but you can do it if you put the effort and time in. You will have moments of hesitation and doubt. You might even be there now. Maybe that's why you're watching videos like this. But if you put in the right amount of hard work and you've got the right amount of passion, you can grow and you can be successful if you stay consistent, you stay true to yourself, and you try and grow your stream with methods and actively do them. But that is it. I hope that that was helpful for you. I hope that one of these tips at very least has resonated and maybe given you a bit of inspiration to go and put that in your stream. Remember as well, leave a comment with the tip or multiple tips that you're going to take from this, and use that comment before you send it as a promise to yourself that you're going to do it. Okay, it will hold you accountable. If you want more videos and tips like this for streaming in general, especially on Twitch, that rhymed, it would mean the world to me if you liked the video and subscribe. Stick around, I'd love to have you. And remember as well, my Discord, you can go into my banner or you can go into the description below and find it to join. Thank you all. I really hope your channels find the growth that you're looking for, and I'll see you next Monday with another video.